Thank you for that. Super excited about this. Everybody should be. Coming from doing this every single day, being here, seeing this, seeing all of you, this is super exciting for me. So yeah, we get to look at genetic SNPs. And Ron, I know everything about him, so if you guys want to see me later, I can fill you in a little bit. So single nucleotide polymorphisms, or SNPs, that's what we are looking at, right? So these are, if you will, individual ingredients that make up you. Taking a SNP, so our mom and our dad graciously give us these SNPs, right? Sometimes good, sometimes you go, oh, thanks guys. And it makes us. So we're taking these SNPs from this DNA structure. You can see that we put a DNA structure up here, and looking to see, is there any SNP noted? The green, of course, as Joel was saying, no, we call that a wild type. When we see just one SNP from one parent, we call that a heterozygous, so one parent. When we see both, we call that a homozygous, which means both parents. So these DNA variants are more common than we think. We all have them. That's what makes us unique. That's what gives us our blue eyes versus our green eyes. That's what makes us tall versus fat. Whoa, did I just say fat? I almost said short and I said fat. That's what makes us heavy versus not, believe it or not. And we actually look at those genes here too. But the thing is those are changeable. We can't do anything about those, right? So John Moyer back here gave me a great word that I really like to use now, and I stole it from him, but I'm going to give him the credit, and that's actionable genes. There are genes that we can do something about, and that's what we're looking at. We're looking at these SNPs that we can do something about. We can support the body biochemically. So actually more than 75% of my patients that I've seen have significant genetic weaknesses, and these weaknesses are actually within these highly sortable, usable nutritional pathways. So being able to take these vitamins that we're taking my multivitamin, I'm gonna feel good, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. You know, I really haven't noticed much of a change, or I felt really good and I don't feel so great, am I taking the right thing? So the guessing game is over, which is beautiful. So millions, I think the supplement company at one point I looked at, and I formulate for other companies as well, so I know this well, it's like a multi-billion-dollar company, right? I have spent a lot of money on supplements trying to figure out what's best for me. So instead of, Sally took this. Sally said, this is great. She felt great, I'm gonna take this. Well, I took this and I didn't feel any different. Oh, that darn Sally, she doesn't know what she's talking about. It's not for you. This takes the guessing game out. Now we're able to actually take your DNA, process it down, look at these heavy hitter SNPs, which I'm gonna go over, and actually figure out not only what you need, not only how much you need, but what type of vitamin that you need. Folic acid versus folate, CoQ10 versus ubiquinone versus ubiquinol. Those are things that when we go to the store, and I know my patients, they don't think about that, they don't know that, they don't understand that. So vitamins and minerals can get a bad rep, unfortunately. Oh, you know what, I'm sorry. I just totally buffed it up, okay. Sorry guys. But anyway, so the 18 SNPs, I don't know if you can bring that back up for me. That would be awesome. Thank you. So I like this phrase, and I'm gonna say that a SNP is like a crack in our foundation, right? Or the foundation of a bridge. So what if we could actually reinforce these cracks and have the ability to guide you on how to do so? So now, instead of having these cracks there that eventually the bridge is going to crumble, now we support them. We can't change our genes. That's who we are. That's what makes us unique. That's what makes us us, and we should encourage that and love that. But there are things that we need to support to make us healthy. Thank you. So the 18 SNPs that we're looking at, and I'm just going to I did the videos and kind of elaborated a little bit more that you will all be able to access as well. But just to kind of go through these quickly, heavy hitters that we're looking at for biochemical reasons to see how your body functions, how you feel good. So you don't have to go to the store, buy this multivitamin, and it just doesn't work, or you feel worse. So now we're able to pinpoint exactly how much and what type for you. I'm like, how freaking cool is that, right? So the APOB gene, just real quick, I'm going to do super small summary of each of these. So this is what we're looking at for LDL cholesterol, our bad cholesterol. Also looking at cardiovascular health, ATP5C1, mitochondria, powerhouses of all of our cells, our cellular energy, how our cells turn over, CRP, C-reactive protein, inflammation, how our body deals with inflammatory markers or inflammation, whether external or internal, CYP1B2, cardiovascular health, right? The EPHX1, pulmonary and cardiovascular health, FTO, this is where the fat came in, sorry. We can look at BMI, your risk for elevated BMI and obesity with these two genes. FUT2 has to do with our microbiome and probiotics. Do we need them? Do we not? What kind do we need? GSTP1 is detoxification of the skin and detoxification pathways as well. Anything that has a mucosal lining, whether it's our gut or our sinuses. The IL-6 is inflammatory and immune response. The MTHFR, the mother effer gene, yes. That's what did a little video for Ron, and I actually said the whole thing and sent it to him, and we're like, okay, do you approve of this? What do you think? Does this look good to put on the website? So I didn't get to see his reaction, but I'm sure it was good. MTHFR looks at our homocysteine cardiovascular risks, right? And folate versus folic acid. What type of folic acid or folate does your body need? Because what I need is not the same as what somebody else needs. The MTRR looks at homocysteine levels as well, cardiovascular health. NQO1, CoQ10. Do you need CoQ10? Do you need ubiquinone? Do you need ubiquinol? We get to get that specific here. How cool is that? The PON1, that gene looks at, that one's lipids and I'm sorry, blood pressure. That one's blood pressure. I've met, years and years and years, you memorize these, but sometimes they all turn to the same thing. SOD2 looks at our oxidative stress levels. How do we handle oxidative stress and detoxification? TNF-A is our tumor necrosis factor, looks at our inflammatory response and immune response. And the VDR is our vitamin D. How many people go and buy a vitamin D and they don't know how much to take? Do I take 1,000 IUs? Do I take 5,000 IUs? Now we can tell you exactly how much to take that's best for you. So this is something incredible. I'm super excited that Ron was brought into this the day after he saw me, and I'm super excited to be here. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have, but this is incredible, guys, so get ready. Thank you so much.